Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how Tom and I's agency lost a $2,000 a month client without us knowing. So Tom, welcome back to the channel, mate. Seems like
I'm back.
It's been a long time.
For those listening, Tom Ford is back in the room. I've got kids, man. I got kids, and the agency that we're in is just fucking mental, isn't it? So
It is.
Harry's been flying the flag to educate you people, but I'm back, which is good. So I hope everyone had a good Christmas and New Year. It's New Year's tomorrow, so Happy New Year.
It is. Well, it's nice to have you back, mate. It's nice to not have to do videos by myself.
So you had to fly the flag on your own. I expect everyone's getting sick of your face on the thumbnails, and they need the Tom Ford face. That's what they need.
So the 2K a month client that we lost very recently. What happened? Let's talk everyone through it.
Okay, let me just put my spin on it. So let me just set the picture. So everyone close their eyes and imagine this is what happened. We had a client, 2K a month, dollars this is, okay? So in pounds, it's like £1,800. We had a $2,000 a month client. We've had them about a year. We had a fantastic relationship. Harry more than me, because it was mainly Harry's. Harry and our admin person mainly picked up this client, a dream to work with. She was very, very engaging, really enjoyed us and working with us, and we were getting her results. So what could possibly go wrong with this picture? Okay, she's getting results off Tom and Harry. Her marketing has never been better. Her brand has never been stronger. Wonderful. But we lost her. Despite having results and an amazing relationship, we lost the client, and we lost it overnight with no warning. How did that happen? Well, we try not to make mistakes, do we? But no one is perfect. So there are occasions where we may make or oversee a small thing, and it can bite you in the fucking ass, basically. In a nutshell, despite all the good work we were doing, because our relationship was so strong with this person, this was actually pretty much the only client that we've ever had, to a degree, that hasn't been on an agreement with us. We had a verbal agreement. She was so overwhelmed with just working with our agency and getting the chance to work with us that we felt, and she also was kind of a bit scorned by another agency. So we actually left the agreement part off the table because the account was going so well and it was just a long-term relationship. Myself and Harry always knew that we needed to get her on an agreement, but this was the only client that we didn't have this with. Now, this client was with us for, it wasn't quite a year, it was about 10 months. What happened? Our client recruited a member of staff internally, and this member of staff was taken on board to review the business, review what they do, how they do it, and how much they spend on those tasks to get things done.
She was like the overall new manager, essentially, of the place.
She was recruited to be the general manager of the business. After about 3 months of working together with this new woman on board and dealing with our client that we've got the great relationship with, it was a double act. We overnight lost the client because the person who came into the business looked at everything and went, well, how much are you spending on this? How much are you spending on that? How much are you spending on this? And they did a full expenses review, looking at what our fee was. So they're going $2,000 plus ad spend. Okay, so we're spending $2,500 a month on marketing. We can get someone else to do that.
Yeah.
And because we didn't have an agreement, they literally sent us a 3-line email to say, oh, hi, Harry. Thanks for the work you've done for us, but we've reviewed our expenses and we're going to move on.
Yeah, and it's very frustrating for us. And we've made videos on this in the past, haven't we? About the free figures in like a client's life that can cause you massive amounts of issues. And we've literally spoken about this before. And it is really frustrating. And I think what we've found out now, just through the network of people that we know, and I don't want to talk too much about it, but is that the manager was on a set contract she was on a set contract period as like a trial trial manager for the spa, and she wasn't doing a very good job, essentially, in other parts of the business that she was supposed to be managing. And I feel like it was coming to the end of that period that she was working with them, and thought, right, I've not made this spa any money. Let's really cut back costs to make her look better. But we both know, Tom, that she's going to come back, don't we? Like, realistically, like, you're cutting out the agency or the section of the business that produces all the revenue. When you remove us, they're going to come into a serious amount of problems. But I think that the essence of this video, and the reason why we're doing it, is, one, to not make exceptions to your rules and your processes, which we've learned. We knew that was a downfall of that client. We knew that that was a weak spot of that particular client, and we didn't have a contract in place. But at the time, and through a long period of the time with that client, we knew that if we did come to them with a contract, they would just say no. It was towards the tail end where we could have done it that we didn't, for whatever reason.
Yeah, it was a slight. This client was even despite the really, really good relationship, this client was a slight red flag. So everything that we've been talking about, and talking about red flags within SMMA, which we've done on many videos, so go check it out. One of them we say is, like, not signing a contract with us is a red flag. However, it's not that she didn't sign it; we didn't approach it, and people will be saying, "Well, why didn't you approach it?" The relationship started kind of out of nowhere. When we got the client, it was a referred client for a start. So this is different. So when you have a client that then says, "Oh, I have someone that you must talk to. She's going to love you. I'll set up a meeting." And this is when you get to our level, this happens frequently. So this was also a referred client. It wasn't cold call, so she knew us very well. We'd actually had lots of conversations with this woman, and done masterclasses with her and team and stuff like that. It was a detailed approach to how we got them. We won the client, but she'd been scorned by another marketing agency. That's probably the most common story I hear from our industry, is how another agency has fucked them over. So it was a very delicate subject about tying her into, and what me and Harry have are between 4 and 12 months contracts. We don't do anything else. So it was a bit of a delicate subject. 1 month went on to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Before you know it, we're in month 7. She's, or month 6. She's paid us 12K at this point. And we're thinking, okay, I don't want to rock the boat. Everything's very happy. Out of goodwill, I'm sure she will give us a heads up to say she's unhappy for a start, or she's thinking about leaving. Now, none of those happened. So we've been a bit naive, even now, even running our agencies for as long as me and you have, slight naive, and it won't happen again. But the other thing is I always try to understand, why would she have left, or why would the new manager wanted to cut us? To save 2K a month is one thing, but what I would say is she didn't see the value or understand exactly what me and Harry did. So for the record, me and Harry did virtually everything from email marketing to even tweaking elements. When I say me and Harry, I'm talking about our team. Okay, we would tweak elements of her website because she did all her website herself. So we'd actually make some changes for her and help her and tidy it up. We were doing all her email copying, all her creation, email creatives were done for her. Scheduling happened per month. We were running ads for her. We were doing social media marketing for her. It was a full package, to a degree, a full package, which is why we charged 2K a month. This new person didn't see or understand what we did and thinks she can just hand it over to someone internally to pick it up.
Yeah,
it's going to be a huge shock for her what happens. But that's down, Harry, and you'll pick this up in a second. Me and Harry potentially didn't communicate our tasks to the new person and to the current client well enough, and explain to her how and why we're doing what we do. That's one other aspect of it.
And that was the looking back on it now. And like, I'm so happy to tell this story, mate. Like, I feel like these types of videos are what people are going to learn so much more from than like 5 ways to get to 10K a month. Like, these are the real stories. Like, and we're happy to admit we've made a mistake. We're not these people that come on YouTube and go like, "Oh, we own the perfect agency, 100K a month, never make mistakes." Like, this type of shit happens.
And it does happen. It's the real life of being a business owner, everybody. And do you think Elon Musk and you know, Jeff Bezos have not made mistakes. Fucking hell, half of them have gone bankrupt before they even become successful. And the reason they've gone bankrupt is because they've made a fuckload of mistakes. They've had the wrong product and they've just blown it because they haven't got a handle on what's going on. That's not what's happening here, but people make mistakes. We make mistakes. Don't fall for the shit you see online where people, there's no bad side to this job. Like, it's a job. It's a regular job. It's a real job. It's a proper job. Yes, it's lucrative and we make good money, and it's, you know, it's cool, it's hip, it's relevant. It's still a fucking job. Like, we have clients that give us shit. We have clients that want to meet us and take us to their spas or to their take us to Turkey and see their new clinics. We have clients that want us to speak at events in Miami. We have clients in New York who want to take us out for dinner on Fifth Avenue over Christmas. That is a real side of our job, and it's fucking immense. But you get some people who do not actually still will go, oh, fuck it, I'll get rid of them because I'm panicking. And do you know what I want people to understand is you can have the best relationship and a wonderful relationship with your clients, but at the end of the day, you're just an email away, a 3-line email away from not working with them.
Yeah,
and that's the big thing that you were a bit disappointed with, is actually, where is the respect for people? And the respect for people is, why could that client not pick up the phone? Now, Harry spoke to, let's get this straight, guys, for people listening. Harry spoke every Tuesday, had a meeting with this woman for about an hour every Tuesday. Our consultancy costs are huge now because people come to us and want consultancy. We give this to our client for free because it's part of your service and it's part of what you do. Harry gave his time every Tuesday. Harry and the team responded to this woman's needs like on a whim because she's an important client. We get a 3-line email to say, I've had to think about it. It's 2023 coming up. Got to tighten my belt. Take care.
And this is so much evidence that like 90% of the success in SMMA is communication. Like, if if you can pinpoint this mistake down to one thing, I don't think it was communication with the client, it was communication with the manager. And I remember when the manager got hired, I said to you, Tom, this is going to cause us a slight bit of issues, because I spotted the I don't know what the word is, but it was very hostile for her. No, even though I didn't know she was on a 90-day trial, I could sense that she was there to prove herself. I could sense that from the very first time, even from what the client was telling me. She was there to prove herself. And I think she didn't do anything for the first 2 months. And then all of her cards were dealt when it wasn't going well for her. And that was an easy win for her. And the client had to listen to her manager. And rightly so, she listened to her manager, because otherwise you're going to have a terrible kind of culture in the business if you just say no to everything your manager does. But it was down to it. What the main mistake, along with not having the contract, was not winning her over, because we did put efforts into explaining it quite clearly. But it was that same, that same old tradition that we mentioned in that previous video about people that get in the way, is not putting the same amount of effort with that new person that I could sense there was going to be a problem with, that we had with the main client.
Yeah, like, I think what we could have done in hindsight is got her to approve creatives, approve email copy.
It's got her involved a bit more.
What we could have done is been all over her ass, right? To the sense where she's like, fucking, stop calling me. Guys, we're fine, we're good. Then she'd have been like, these guys are doing a lot of work. But there's lots of things we'd have
she just like, the main client saw all of the work and the results. She just saw the results. She didn't see all of the work. So she didn't correlate the results to the work, and therefore thought that the money spent wasn't being well spent on hard work.
Yeah, and she was tasked to grow the spa, and the first thing she does is get rid of Tom and Harry, who are probably the most in-demand male marketing agency in the East Coast of America at the minute. So good luck to her. I think she will come back.
Mate,
I think she will. But anyway, I think that's a good story.
Yeah,
people can listen to and understand, and brace yourself, because shit will happen. Shit goes down sometimes in this job. So,
well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you've not watched our previous video, it was a video done by me that was on what marketers need to find success. So stuff like good video quality, good image quality, all of the good stuff, what you need to get from a client and what you expect from a client in order for you to succeed. It's a good video. Give it a watch. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.